guys, it's Christy here over at Ethnicgreenliving, and I'm super excited because today I am here talking about something that I've struggled with so much, and I just know that these tips will probably help you the way that it helped me. So today I am talking about homeschooling multiple children in multiple grades. So for those of you who do not know me, I am a mommy of 5 and I have been homeschooling for 9 years. So I have had 4 children while homeschooling. So I've had toddlers and babies and all that happening at one time. So since I get asked a lot, how did I do it? How do I do it? I decided that I would share with you guys 5 tips that I believe have been a blessing to me in my homeschool, and I hope it's a blessing in your homeschool. So let's get going. I do want to have a little encouragement moment. In the 19th and 20th century, there were a lot of one-room schoolhouses where multiple kids, 20, 30, 40, 50 kids were taught in one classroom setting. And if that one teacher could do that, then ladies, we've got this. We have nothing to worry about whether you have 21 kids and counting, like the Duggars that I love, all the way down to one child. I just want you to be encouraged knowing that you can do this, first of all. And then second of all, I do want to leave you with the word, because the word is just, it's always so encouraging. Isaiah 54:13 says, "My children are taught of the Lord, and great is their peace." So the first tip that I would offer as a piece of advice is to spend time with your little ones first. Love on your toddlers, spend time with them, do special things with them. If you're nursing and you have a baby, which I had for many years, I have only been 2 years now without nursing. So if you have a baby, go ahead and nurse them and take care of them. What it does is it gets those tanks and bellies full earlier in the day, and so then they'll be less likely to distract you or be hungry once you get started and once you get going, and that is what you want. So go ahead and fill up those tanks as early as possible, and if it's possible, I understand it's not for everybody, if it's possible, go ahead and do some morning yoga or some stretches or some indoor activities, exercises, some outdoor exercises if you have a trampoline or a swing or a slide or morning walk or nature study, anything like that, just to get that movement going. You can call it PE and actually get like some PE curriculum or some cards. Since I'm in my homeschool room, I actually have some these Just Fit cards. You can go ahead and do things like that. The idea is just to get them active and moving. And actually, I have this book here, Good Morning Yoga, and that's a really, it says a pose by pose wake up story, but that is another really good thing to do inside the house. And then again, if you have something outside for them, what it does is get out all the energy, or most of it. So now they can sit and not have the sillies and be touching their brother and doing this and doing that. And I have 4 boys and just 1 girl, so I know all about how those boys can be. They need to get that energy out. That is a great tip. Okay, tip number 2, do as many lessons and subjects as you can together. You know, try unit studies. Everyone is working together to learn. It's less on you as the mom and teacher teaching so many science curriculums and history curriculums and geography curriculums. Everybody can just work together with unit study and get it done. And then what you do is just break it up for each child's level. And you can do this organically without even having to really work on it. So for example, right now we're doing, in my father's world, we are doing maps, geography maps. And so my bigger ones are doing their maps on paper. I have the globe that we use, but then I got my baby girl a little felt set from Target. And so my 3-year-old can put her continents on her felt board that I paid, it was either $3 or $5 for, while the rest of us learn our subjects. And they also have little animals in there, and so she can be putting like the little animals with, you know, where the things go, or it doesn't even matter what she does. The fact is, she's sitting, she's quiet, she thinks she's doing something because she always says, what about me? And I want to do work too, Mommy. So now she can do work, and whether it's right or wrong, it doesn't even matter. But the kids love playing with her. Trying to do the same thing, put the little geography puzzle together. So that's good right there too. All right, moving along. Number 3, I recommend that you do the heavy subjects like English and math after lunch. So go ahead and do all those group studies early in the morning, and then go ahead and transition into your lunchtime. And then what you can do is get your babies fed and changed and down for a nap. Get the same thing with the toddlers. Get them fed and changed or pottied and down for a nap. Go ahead and get you a potty break. Go ahead and get you a water break. It's so important that we stay hydrated and use the bathroom and all these things. And then you and your older students can have a seat at the table, and then you guys can work on your English and your math. Because why? Now you have that one-on-one time that you can give them, and you probably will have less distractions because everyone has eaten. You just had lunch, you're not hungry. Everyone has potty, and they should be down for a nap. Now, if you have that age where they don't really want a nap, that's when you can go ahead and, well, I'll get to that later. So, I want to say, think about this is like a bus stop, okay? The little ones get off first, elementary school kids, then the middle schoolers get off, and then the high schoolers get off. So the little ones get off at lunchtime, they're done. Go down for their nap. Then it's the middle schoolers. After maybe an hour or 2 hours at the most, if you're teaching just the English and the math, they should be done. And then your high schooler might need an extra hour or so. So that's the way that I kind of think about it. Tip number 4. So this is going back to when the younger ones are supposed to be napping, but what if you have maybe like a first grader or a kindergarten who doesn't want to take a nap? Well, this is when you can go ahead and use the media. And what I mean by media is like DVDs, audiobooks, playaways, library streaming, Netflix, YouTube, educational learning apps. This is a perfect time for something like this. You can set a timer for it, and then they can go ahead and do that. I have a video that's coming up on how we use technology in our home, so be on the lookout for that. And my last and final tip, my 5th tip for homeschooling multiple kids, multiple ages, large family basically. And that is educational games. Yes, absolutely, absolutely. So, normally games don't have age restrictions, and even if they do, it's easy to adjust the games. And when you're all playing together, it teaches cooperation and working together. It teaches patience, because you have to wait your turn. The larger the family, the longer you have to wait. So you're learning so much teamwork, being a good sport. You are learning so many character traits and good qualities and skills from something as simple as an educational game. So, but it doesn't have to be like a board game, but it could be Legos. It could be kits if you get the Kiwi crates, or if you get the Tinkerbox, or any of those different type of subscriptions. That would be a perfect time, you know, for something like that. I think you guys have all seen my game shelf nail, and if you're new to my channel, I do have a video on it. I'm sitting here looking at it. But I have Pictionary and Fun with Math and Hi Ho Cheerio, and ABC letter game, and Keeper the Castle, and Roll the Word games. So those are just on my English shelf. So this is also what I do. So I'm done with my 5 tips, and it's just a little bit of extra for you. So when I start my math class for the day, I begin with a math game. And when I start my spelling or vocabulary, I begin with a game. So I try for each subject to begin with a game unless it's science. And typically the reason why I don't, okay, I do that too, but not a board game per se or a project per se. But in almost every science class, I do have some hands-on manipulative or some kind of kit or just something fun. Right here I have my astronomy stuff just sitting right beside me. And you guys can see I have my little stargazing kit. I have just some little cards. I have some books. I won't go through all of it. I do like to keep everything neat and tidy, so I don't want to have to put all this up because it is late and I've got to get to bed. But I did just want to share this with you guys because I'm just hoping and praying that this will encourage some mom who's struggling, that's having a hard time, to know, like, you know what, mama, you can do this, you got this. You just need to adjust some things and maybe just refocus some things, and then just try again. Like, keep going, keep trying, try the different tips. And I know that you can turn things around if you're not having, what wording shall I use? If you're not having the best year so far, or if you've been struggling before, or if you're just new to this homeschooling game because of the world events that are happening, because of current events, you're just kind of thrust into this, and you're like, what in the world am I going to do with all these kids, homeschooling them, and how am I going to make this work? And I'm just here to tell you, baby, you can make it work and you can do it. I am cheering for you. I'm rooting you on. I know that you can do this. Let me know if you have any additional tips in the description box that might be a blessing to another mommy. And if you found this helpful, please, please, please give me a thumbs up. As my daughter always says, thumbs up. Give me a thumbs up and share this video with a friend who really could use the encouragement. Well, guys, I post pretty frequently here, a couple of times a week, and I am always over on Instagram daily at Ethnicgreenliving, which is my main page, and then I have a separate page where I just only talk about homeschool, and that is Greenlivingkids. And then I have another page that I only talk about plants and flowers and all those things, because for those of you who don't know, I am a homesteader, so we have chickens and gardens and plants and house plants, and I don't know if you can see, but there's just 2 right there within that one little block, and then they're all over. So on that note, go ahead and check out the playlist because I have so many goodies on this channel. Everything from canning to homeschooling to homesteading. So I know that it'll be something for everyone. I always say here, you can do a lot with a little. And until next time, blessings to you.